This episode is brought to you by yours truly, Matt Norn of Remax Bell Park. For all of your real estate needs, call me 860-428-6534. Your dreams are my job. Welcome to the Community Workbench. This is Matt Norn and Kyle Morrissey's fill-in, Justin Margadonna, a local author, taking the helm for Kyle. Kyle is away on business this week. At the bench, we try to repair the sense of community. So every week we bring you small businesses, entrepreneurs, community leaders, charities, and pretty much whoever we feel like talking to. And this week we feel like talking to StoneLight Productions. We have Luke, and then we have Nate. How are you guys?
We're good. Wonderful, man. How are you?
Thanks for coming out.
Yeah.
And I'll say thank you right up front to Nate for making me look so good. It's a hard job.
It's been a real challenge, but we get it done.
So Nate, for those of you who doesn't know, he does photography for real estate. Takes really phenomenal pictures of houses. Does drone work. Does cinematography, I guess you would call that, for reels.
Yeah. Instagram reels.
Yeah. Nate, how did you get into it? What was your motivation? Why don't you want to work for someone else?
Well, we started doing listing videos because my wife Sheena is also a realtor, so that's where we started all that. I didn't do any photography back then, but we were shooting listing videos with like a phone. You know?
Okay.
And so I basically just taught myself and learned that way. Ended up buying a cheap camera and have upgraded twice since then. And that's the pretty fast story about it.
Yeah.
I started getting into photography once more people started asking me to do it because I was only doing video. And that was around the time that Luke and I really started to work together. So he taught me a little bit about that, and I've just kind of taken off doing photography now, just for real estate.
How many years ago was that you started? Photography, or
like 2 years ago, probably. I would say photography, and then videography was when we started real estate. So it was like 8 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you only did the video for like social media?
I only did it for ourselves. Even like I wasn't even like a business or like doing it for anyone else. It was just for us. And
Gotcha.
finally, I was just like, I might as well make some money on the side.
Started doing more and more for other realtors.
Yeah.
Well, it's a phenomenal job.
Thank you.
Luke, how did you get into this fun-filled business? Because you do more of the events, right?
Events, weddings, real estate as well. Pretty much everything I get into. I've had a camera in my hand for pretty much my whole life.
Wow.
And then self-taught as well. I linked up with a team in like 2018 doing wedding videos, and then photography for weddings as well. And
2018, was that like high school for you?
No.
I don't know how old you look.
I
pretty young.
graduated in 2013. So
2013, okay.
right after that,
Just about high school.
started trickling in some like real estate photo here and there, and then just became like a side gig.
Yeah.
And now it's full-time.
Gotcha. And so you've traveled to some pretty exclusive weddings and stuff.
Yeah. Luckily, I've been a few different countries now.
Nice.
Luckily enough to be able to do that, different states. And
yeah. You got any stories of like bridezillas or?
More so a groomzilla, I guess. We both had that experience pretty recently.
That wasn't a travel
recently.
wedding, that was
it was local.
That was down the road. We got one here.
that was a tough one.
Yeah. What's like your equipment like when you're traveling with your equipment? It must be how many
That's the
bags?
tough part. Yeah. Luckily we have it down to like a Pelican case, which is just like a large hard case that I keep everything in. It's big enough to be a carry-on in the plane. I would never let anything go underneath.
Oh wow.
2 cameras, about 5 or 6 lenses, audio if I'm doing video, flashes for photo. So
you don't bring your lights?
I have before, but that's a lot to bring around.
Yeah.
That definitely is a lot to lug around. So
Yeah.
Yeah, you should see us at weddings. We're like unloading the trunk. There's 3 or 4 of us in one car, and it's just camera galore.
Yeah.
I feel like every wedding you realize something that you didn't have last time. So it's just like a new product to buy and lug along with you. Photography is easy. You just need flashes and a couple cameras.
Yeah.
But for video, it's so much more in depth.
Right. Do you mic up people too?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like for ceremonies, you mic up the groom, the officiant, pretty much anybody who's speaking all day long. You mic on your camera. So
Wow. And like now you must have to edit. What's editing process like? Because I know I tried it here and it was terrible. It's long. Like
Whatever you
every hour is
film-
like 4 or 5 hours.
exactly,
editing.
whatever you film, you're looking at about 2 times, if not more.
Wow.
So how many hours a week, do you actually work, including the editing process, all of that on average? What would you say?
I
He
don't-
definitely works more than I do.
I don't even know. I mean, one point we did 60 weddings in 1 year. Like I personally did 60 weddings along with
Wow.
like the rest of the team. So I would start work at 7 a.m. and not finish till midnight. Do it again the next day for like weeks at a time, and I couldn't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Definitely slowed down with that.
Wow.
So quality over quantity, obviously.
Yeah.
So
60 weddings in 1 year. I can't imagine.
I mean, with the season around here too, that's only a few months out of the year.
Oh,
It's not
that's
like you could
true,
do
too.
January. We do, but it's not like you're often doing
really slow
January,
down the
February.
off-season.
weddings.
Right. Yeah. Oh,
You-
good. I hit you on a good off-season time.
Yeah, no, exactly. I know. We had this whole
Wasn't
weekend
doing
off
anything
and-
tonight, so
We had the whole weekend off, and it was kind of different. You know?
Yeah.
Like Saturday, I was like, "What am I gonna do with myself?"
All right. You get your Monday night carved out. So, and you guys do like some of the festivals around town too, right?
yeah, we started doing stuff for so that kind of stemmed the same exact way where I was shooting content with my cell phone with Sheena for our personal page just to like be more involved in the community and kind of show like what was happening, because back then like no one was doing video for anything. And so we were just like doing it as a way to just like, and we had our kids in it too, so we were kind of like bringing them in and having a video of them at this event and like being like a cool thing to look back on. And so Jen Brytowski like saw that and she was like, listen, like you gotta do, can you film Fire and Ice this year? Or what? I can't. I think it was Fire and Ice the first thing we did.
From the zombie fashion show.
I think it was Fire and Ice first, and then we did the zombie fashion show. We've done a bunch of other stuff for specifically the town of Putnam, and now we've kind of branched into other towns. But that started with a cell phone on a little tiny gimbal, and I ran around and just filmed like a really terrible video with my kid.
You say
And-
terrible, but it's probably
Well,
still
no,
better than what
I-
the average guy.
Yeah,
can
I
do.
literally look back at those and I cringe. Like but yeah, and then we've done it almost every year after that, Fire and Ice. So
You cringe easy because you have a very high standard. I will say
that's-
that, and
I
that's
mean,
that's great.
yeah.
That's,
well, it's like you as a carpenter, like looking at someone else's work or looking at your own work,
Right.
right?
yeah.
You're
Actually, a
like-
few years down the road.
Yeah.
you
And
learn
we're
a
like,
few
oh,
things-
dude, that looks awesome. And you're like, oh, look
Yeah.
at this.
You always try to work for the 4%. And the 4% of the population will notice how good you're doing.
Yeah.
The rest of them don't always see it. They don't see those fine.
That's true.
minute
The hours
details.
behind
The
the
hours.
editing
Yeah,
and everything.
Exactly,
and
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah. So, my furniture teacher taught me that.
Do you guys remember the first like big event that you had that really made you nervous? Do you remember that first time?
I think it was this podcast they just told me.
Oh,
Honestly, yeah.
We're not
It's all
usually
different.
on film, so
Yeah, I'm always behind the camera. That's for sure.
so this is it, huh? Okay.
yeah.
No, I remember my first wedding. I kept putting them off for a while, even though I was confident and like I knew my camera settings well. I was just nervous to miss the important parts. You don't really know how a wedding day goes until you really dive into it. I would say that would be probably my.
I would say the same exact thing. I did a wedding for a family member, and I remember doing it for free, but it was very nerve-wracking because I've never done one before. So
Yeah.
I'm just like, I know what a wedding is and what happens at it, and I was like doing my research up until the point, and it still didn't matter. It was still
To be honest, though, it's still nerve-wracking every single time.
Yeah.
It's a very important.
Every
day. I wanna
wedding's
be on
different.
point, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
things change out of nowhere. You have to be able to adapt to everything that happens.
Well, that's like you wouldn't if you weren't nervous, you wouldn't care,
Exactly.
right? That's how I kind of look at it. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
we definitely work with people that aren't like
Yes.
that, don't care.
Yeah, and sometimes you can tell by their work that they didn't care.
Right. We talk about that a lot.
what-
Sometimes photographers that we work with or videographers that just happen to be on the other side, because we don't always get both sides of a wedding,
Right.
And we're like, what are they doing?
Yeah, and some weddings just have different traditions or different
Exactly.
Yeah.
things, and you just probably have to just roll with it. Or are you guys like the type that are kind of like now you're the wedding planner as well, or like you have to at least have some sort of schedule, right?
Oh,
that's
so
going
there's a
on?
planner for that. Someone coordinates the whole day, it's kind of up to us to keep everything in check, make sure that timeline goes smoothly. I mean, you give them pointers too. Like
Yeah.
some people don't know what to expect on their wedding day, so you kind of tell them to free up some time for couples portraits, or like make sure that there's room for us to work as well.
I would say that probably sets us apart from a lot of other companies that do a similar thing, is like being able to adapt and then
Yeah.
like giving them those pointers, like so we're not just like on their, like we're not like, okay, this is the schedule, like we're like, hey, you should definitely set some time here, or like let's go do this since we got that done earlier. You know what I mean? We're trying to get as much as we can in, the best that we can, like at the same time, and we think outside the box a lot more. And I feel like a lot of people don't do that. They're kind of like, all right, you're supposed to be here for 15 minutes, and like they do that, and then that's it.
Yeah.
You know?
They get as many shots and that's it.
Yeah.
You guys might.
Or like a lot of the time, they're like they'll only work till like 8 o'clock. Like their contract is till 8, and they're like they haven't even done like started dancing yet, or like dancing's been for like 5 minutes, and we're like, we need to get some footage of dancing. You can't just
Yeah.
not do that. Like that's the most fun part of the night, in my
Right,
opinion.
right.
So,
Yeah.
Like a wedding day normally.
so we
falls
stick
behind.
around, you know.
Yeah.
Like things run behind. You know, it's not always going to be exactly to the minute. So
Yeah.
say we have to leave at 8. I'm not going to leave at exactly 8 if you're just getting on the dance floor. You know, we'll give you a little bit of time, and just so we can get what we need to get.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Plus,
sure.
I like to dance with my camera.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Hey, you got to get into it a little bit. And
Wow.
You can feel that on the other end.
Knowing you for the last couple of years, I would have never thought you're.
He's out
It's
there
pretty
being
much
man.
only at wedding receptions, so that's the only time you're ever gonna see it.
And you're behind the camera, so it doesn't
Exactly.
matter
No
how
one's
you dance.
filming me. But they're filming me actually from the other side of
Oh, yeah.
of the dance floor.
That's funny. And what's it like when you have an event like Fire and Ice? You go from, because that starts in the day, and then you have to change lenses. Is that what happens when it gets dark? And then they have the fire shows that light up. That must be like.
Yeah, pretty much. We don't change lenses, but when it gets dark, we've already filmed mostly everything that. I mean, the only thing at night is fire, right?
Yeah.
Is the dancer, and then like the Remax balloon. But like,
Yeah.
and then like inside, yeah. This is not a pitch for
Shout out for
Yeah,
Remax.
no, definitely.
Remax Bell Park.
And
We're not
then
even sure if we're gonna be able to do that this year. 'Cause
Oh,
of
the balloon.
Yeah, because of the fire. Somebody in some parade burned something down somewhere
I mean,
local.
I would imagine.
I don't know the whole story, but yeah, now all the fire marshals are tightening
Cracking
up.
down on Remax
Yeah.
balloons.
Well, they're
Yeah.
cracking down on any fire stuff. So
So it's just
Yeah.
going to be ice this year.
the ice parade.
no, it's definitely
Ice
because
event.
most of the other events they have licenses and permits for it. Most of the other fire things
We just
for
do it.
for the for the
Do
basket.
whatever we want.
I don't know how that works. He's definitely got his pilot's license for hot air balloon.
Yeah.
But and it's stationary, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Right.
But the parade thing got shut down. That's why we weren't in the Razzle Dazzle Light Parade this year.
Oh.
Because we got the big kibosh on that.
Gotcha.
So and it actually didn't get rained out. I think that was the other big reason. It got rained out, and none of us were available the next week.
Yeah, it changed.
yeah.
That's right.
So, but yeah, those are always fun events, and it's really cool when you guys are capturing it and you get to see the videos later.
Yeah, some the whole day up. It's like an 8-hour day sometimes.
long,
some
yeah.
up to
It's definitely
a
a
couple
long day.
minutes. And
Oh,
And there was, I think, last year was warm.
I remember when they
I
all
think
melted,
the year
started
before
melting.
or the year before that, it was like 5 degrees or something like that.
Yep.
All day. So freezing. That's
Yeah.
when. Excuse me. That's when it sucks.
I've been going to Fire and Ice for probably half a decade. I usually show up around 7 a.m. and help, Jen and the Loomis team and all the other volunteers set stuff up. And
And then bar hop for the rest of the day.
yes, and we bar hop. But it's been every kind of weather. I
Yeah,
mean, we've literally
yeah.
had it like 60 degrees,
Yep.
and we're trying to move the ice cubes to like the shade and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's definitely it's a day drinking day.
Yeah.
It happens.
We have to wait till it's over.
That's true.
I need to hear what some of these countries you've been to, some of these weddings. Can you give us?
My first international one was in Ireland.
Oh wow.
That was really cool, and it was my previous boss's friend, so we got to spend a few more days out there. So I really got to explore Ireland, which was really cool. More recently, we went to France for a wedding, and we made a couple week trip out of that. Went to Switzerland, Italy, and then ended up in France. So
Oh.
Wow.
Now, when you do a wedding, do they pay for your expenses?
they
Like,
pay
to
for
a
the
cer-
flights, and they'll pay for like stay for usually like the night before, if not two, depends on how far away it is. Even like in the States, like we've done some stuff out west or down south. Obviously, they're not going to cover the whole entire trip, which is fine, but we try to like make something out of it while we're there.
Yeah.
Extend it a few extra days so you can see what the surrounding area. I mean, it's a chance to go see somewhere new. And
Yeah, that's awesome. Now, like even if like from what I've heard before, like if they're having you fly in the day or two before, now are you taking pictures for like the rehearsal dinner and stuff like that?
I have
too?
done that, yeah, of course, because I mean, I've
Kinda
even
adds.
stayed in an Airbnb with the whole wedding party before. So like
Gotcha.
you're with them the whole time, you might as well shoot all the shenanigans. So
Yeah,
just adds a little something else to it.
shenanigan-filled weddings. Those are the best.
I mean, pretty much every wedding goes that
Yeah.
The fun part isn't just the dancing.
No, there's usually a lot more that goes along with it.
Yeah, the whole morning when everyone's getting ready to like it's a good day. It always is. I mean, we get to go to a party pretty much every weekend, so that's really cool.
So Ireland, France.
We did the Grand Tetons. There was an elopement. We do elopements as well. So there was one in the Grand Tetons that was incredible. I got to see everything around there. Wyoming, Montana. Spent a couple days out there.
Wow. In the summer too, I bet.
Oh, it was October. It was
Okay.
actually snowing out there. We got
Oh.
snow out there for a year, so.
You think when it's going to be something north like that, like cold country, it'd be like summer.
Summertime. Yeah.
But my friend had it in October at Foster Country Club down the road, and they had snow. It was like,
Really?
yeah, because they were almost exactly a month away from my wedding when we had it, and my wedding was September, autumn
Wow.
kind of thing. It was warm, short sleeves.
You never know around here. I mean, it
And
could be
then-
a 60 to get.
A month later, it was
Yeah.
literally they have pictures in their wedding thing of them catching this. It was just flurries, but it was snow.
That's nice for photos. That's cool though.
Yeah,
It's a really
Yeah.
nice golf course, also.
yeah. Golf courses are kind of like the hit
It's a thing.
for. I never even thought of it until one of my wife's friends had it at one of the golf courses out in Rhode Island, further out in Rhode Island, and I was like, huh. The groomsmen were there for like a couple of days.
Oh, that's
I wasn't in that wedding, but they played like 36 holes of golf, and had the rehearsal dinner
course,
and
yeah.
did all this stuff. I was like, yeah, you could hang out at a golf course for a few days. That wouldn't
Yes.
hurt.
Like a resort, kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm sure you've seen some crazy venues. Has there ever been like a really difficult venue to get good lighting or?
Sometimes for like getting ready, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
some rooms are really
Dark room,
dark. If you go to like their house or parents' houses, it can be difficult at times. But video is easy enough to make things brighter. I guess photo would be harder to use a flash. There's always a way around it.
Yeah.
And like the more you do, the more you learn. So
Now, in your editing process, because Nate's talked to me about it before with the windows, like
Yes.
washout. Is that like kind of the same process as real estate, like when you're at a wedding too?
for
Is-
photos, absolutely.
And
Yeah.
you-
So you have to work with the light. Try to get houses aren't that easy because you have to shoot the windows. So that's if he's explained that
Yeah.
to you, like the HDR, where you take like 5 different photos and stack them all together.
Yeah. That's
You
crazy.
can't do that at a wedding because you're kind of just run a gun out there. So you take a photo, you got to try to
Like a
just,
single photo.
you get on the better side of the light, or like you put the subject in the light. So you're always trying to think all day long of how to make it look good,
Okay.
any situation.
So that just makes it another aspect. Of
Exactly.
It.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's another
But
thing.
work with it rather than against it. And yeah, all day you're just thinking of like composition for the framing and settings. It's a lot of work. It's mentally a lot of work on the day of, and also after when you edit too.
Yeah. Is there anything that reads the light for you? Is it
Uh,
ever like that?
So
Like becomes
in
a math?
camera there is a meter, but
Okay.
it depends on what you're trying to read. Because if there's too much light, it's going to pick up on that and make the whole image dark. And you have to kind of meet it in the middle somewhere. So
Oh, okay. So
just
it's-
experience, I guess, is the only way to figure that out.
yeah, there's a certain finesse, obviously, artwork to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Because you could make something look a little more moodier if you make it darker, or if
That's the thing. It's an art, and you can just be like, "This is how I wanted it to look," even if it not necessarily that it looks like crap, but maybe, like you said, it's darker and maybe moodier, and maybe you can just say like,
yeah,
"I wanted it to look moody."
you can play off of that on the
Yeah.
edits. Exactly.
Yeah. And sometimes it is nice when it's darker.
Yeah,
Exactly.
You know,
exactly.
Depends
depending
on, it gives you a whole different perspective on the same exact shot.
Yeah, especially if it's like a church and the ambiance is kind of dark, and you're
Exactly.
trying
You
to
get the
go
light
for
coming in
that
through the windows
romance.
or
Totally.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
How so you video the event, a wedding. How long is the editing process? Like, could you take us through that a little bit? Like, what's that like? Because that's got to be the most time consuming.
absolutely. Normally I go through, everybody has a different way of doing it. There's tons of different method to the madness, obviously, but I go through and I take out all of the best clips from everything of the whole day. That could take me a whole day to go through, just to make sure that it's like the very best. I'm working with the best shots of all day long. And then you just compile it. You find a song, which can also take a whole entire day.
Whole day.
You have to find something that fits like the couple's vibe and the way that the day went. And it's hard finding the right song for that.
How does that work? Do you buy songs?
So
Is
we
that
have like
part
a-
of your quote.
Yeah,
kind of thing?
yeah, we have like
Yeah.
a subscription to a music database that we can use. It's not like non-copyright, because I can't just use any old song.
Yeah.
'cause it'd
Yeah.
probably be flagged. I mean, nowadays I don't know how that works because you
Yeah,
can
it's
use
kinda
like
weird now.
trending audio and
Yeah.
stuff. So you can do that.
Mm.
We just try to find a song that's unique and matches their vibe. So that's one part, and then you just assemble it. It's a big puzzle. I feel like a video is just a huge puzzle. I like to do like a storytelling kind of vibe. So you play the whole day out as it went. And some people like to jump around everywhere
Yeah.
with speeches and stuff like that. So
Yeah, how involved do the bride and groom get sometimes? The like want to sit with you in the editing room
Oh,
sometimes?
no,
nothing like that.
I think we have like full creative. Like if they
Yeah.
want to make a change, if they don't like the song, if they want a little bit more of grandma per se, like we
Yeah.
can definitely change it
They
afterwards.
usually have like they'll say like we want like we ask beforehand like
Yeah.
what shots are 100% you need these in it like and so
Mm.
we'll get those during the day. But I would say like the editing process they're not really involved.
Gotcha.
Unless they have like a significant change that they want to make. Like some people really
Right.
don't like the music. It's been a long time, but sometimes they want to make it their own somehow.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just wondering, like, if they requested it. Has anyone ever requested a certain song, and now, like, we got to buy the rights to it? Or
They
whatever?
have, yeah, but I let them know about that, and if they do want to purchase the rights to the song,
It's $6,000.
exactly.
A lot of songs are expensive.
Oh,
When you
yeah.
do it. Yeah.
Something more popular.
Seriously,
Yeah.
$6,000.
Mm.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I
the
haven't
answer.
really.
I know
looked
it's
at
a
it.
lot.
Okay.
I mean, I think we have purchased a song before. I
It
think it
was-
was like $60 or $70.
Was it for a wedding?
I don't know. What
No,
that
it was for was it for superhero day?
I think it was.
Yeah.
I think it was. It
Superhero
was just
Day.
a song that. Yeah, we have you seen that video?
We could not
so.
find a song.
I think
It
that
was
was
so long. We spent like 2 days looking. And
Because
I
like
was
you're
like,
kind of limited with copyright-free music. Like you're working
Right.
with those artists, so it's not like any song on the radio you can choose. So
Yeah,
I
that
think we
wasn't
did
that
purchase
bad.
That one. It was like 60
$60,
bucks, but it
yeah.
wasn't like a.
Yeah.
it
if you-
wasn't like a radio song.
Yeah, if you're like a top 40, they got to make their money while it's top 40. So that's going to
Exactly.
be while it's
Yeah,
most
yeah.
expensive. So
I'm
it,
sure,
it
like,
really wouldn't surprise me if they wanted like a
30,
number one
40
song.
grand, you don't know if
Be
it's in like a production movie.
Yeah,
It's going to be
or a
seen by
commercial.
millions.
Yeah,
commercial.
for-
yeah.
for that.
Even like a little snippet, like 20 seconds of their song, they're probably making some decent money.
That's funny.
Start making music down here.
You gotta make music people want.
That's what the copyright-free stuff is for.
Yeah, I can't carry a tune in a bucket. That I will not be doing for charity.
I think that would probably be great. That would be hilarious, right?
What's
yep.
the like owning your own business? It's got to be tough. I mean, what would you say if someone were to ask you, "Hey, I want to start my own business. I'm thinking about doing it." What's the biggest challenge of owning your own business? There's probably many, but are there certain things that stick out?
For me,
you?
I kind of miss the 9 to 5. I don't, but I do because like you never clock out. Like there's always something to do all
Right.
the time. Like I can work until 1, 2 in the morning, and like I can't stop and wake up and do it again if it needs to be done. If you have a deadline, like it'd be nice to just clock out and just chill for the
Yeah,
rest of the day. I kinda miss that.
I'll second that because, like, and through real estate,
Yeah.
like, if someone calls you
Mhm.
and they have an issue, you got to deal with it. And yeah, there is something to that. Like, oh, I clocked out in a type of job where you can't do it basically from home, so
Yeah.
you're waiting.
You get to
you-
do whatever you want.
You
for the
just
rest of the
ignore
day.
it until
Yeah.
you got to go there again. So there's something to that, a certain
There's both
peace of
sides.
mind.
You have
Yeah,
absolute freedom to do whatever you want. Other times, You know?
Yeah.
Like 9 a.m. on a Wednesday, and you could do whatever you wanted to if you had the time for it.
Right, because you're kind of focused on that one event at the
Yeah.
end of the week. Your weddings typically end of the week. What about you? What do you think?
Yeah, I would say that having to, it's a similar answer, but like it just never stops. Like you're always trying to get clients. You're always trying to like make sure you're posting enough, and like sometimes we have to do edits just to like put on Instagram or just put on Facebook just to like do a highlight to show clients that or potential clients that like this is the work we do. So like it just like doesn't stop, and it's a very similar answer. Like you can't just like clock out. It's like you're always thinking about it.
You have to
How
find
can
the
we get-
work. You don't do
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's that whole mentality. You get to eat what you kill. Well, if you don't kill anything,
Yeah.
you go
Exactly.
hungry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So,
And that's this
that-
time of year for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
state
yeah.
slows
Or
down.
saving because you know it's a feast or famine
Right.
Exactly.
type of seasonal thing.
Yeah.
So you gotta manage the money, manage the time,
Mhm.
that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Try and find that balance when it's super unbalanced.
It really
seasonal
is.
work.
I mean,
Yeah. I was just getting to know you. Your wife told me that you're playing ping pong now. I was, like, kind of jealous.
It's table tennis.
once
Why
you
don't-
get good at it, it's table.
You're
tennis.
jealous? I'll teach you.
So when I was in my 20s, my buddy was a member of the Dayville Fire Department, and we would go there and play till all hours of
Mhm.
the night. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. And you know, it was before kids, before marriage, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it was like just play until I remember we were there for one of the Super Bowls, just playing all night.
Yeah.
Had pizza, you know, you order pizza or whatever.
Yeah.
So how's that going?
Going
She
good.
said you're like in a competitive league and everything.
Yeah, so so I used to play like as a kid, just basement
Yep.
play. Like was not I mean, I was decent for a basement player, but not like anything to, you know. And so I stopped playing until like probably 2 years ago, and one of my friends worked at the VFW or helped out at the Plainfield VFW,
Okay.
and they've been playing table tennis in that basement for like 50 years. Like some of the same, like they've rotated
Wow.
people out, but it's a lot of the same like core guys have been in there for a long time.
Wow.
And he played table tennis in high school. There was like at Killingly there was like an after school,
Club or something.
yeah, like a club. And so the guy that put it on, his name's Dan Boat, and he was playing in the VFW in the basement, and Kurt, who's my friend, was like, "Hey, it's Dan. Like, oh, you guys play down here." And so he immediately was like, "You got to come." You know, he told me because he knew that I used to play.
Yeah.
And I fought it for a long time. I'm definitely a homebody, and like going out to a VFW on a Friday night does not sound like a good time to me. So I was like, I just didn't want to do it, especially with like a bunch of people I didn't know, and like it's
Yeah.
probably just gonna be some like old guys, just like, you know. And so so I finally go one night. They finally peer pressured me into it, and that was how that started. So I was really, really bad. I got smoked for a long time, and I pretty much got addicted to it. And now I don't want to like I'm pretty good. I don't want to say like I mean the ceiling is like way up here.
Right.
Like it is insane. Like pro players, I'm not anywhere near that, but I mean, I've been playing for about 2 years, and I practice. I play a few times a week, like against other people that are really good too. So I'm
Yeah.
always trying to get better.
Did you get one at home?
I was gonna say,
Yeah, I
I
have
was
a
playing
table.
against a machine at home.
Yeah, I
now,
have a
too.
robot and everything.
A robot?
Yeah.
You don't just fold the table up anymore?
No.
You don't do that?
Like explain this.
Well, no,
A
it's
robot.
basically it's just a giant net that wraps around the back of the table, and then it has like it's called a robot, but it's not like a robot where you would think of a robot, but it just shoots the balls out, like, so it's a consistent thing that you can stay consistent with it. And
So it's like a batting cage for baseball.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly, yeah,
Okay.
same exact thing. And I can put different spins on it. I can adjust it so it shoots one way then the other, so I have to move, like it's a bunch of stuff. Yeah.
Wow.
That is into it. You
Yeah.
are into
No,
it.
I really love it. It is super high intensity,
Yeah.
and it's a lot of fun, and it keeps me in decent shape, I would say. So it's good. I mean, and some of the guys that are playing in the basement are 75 years old, and they're
Yeah.
still moving around and still
Yeah.
smoking.
I can remember going home like sweating, like
Yeah, always.
insane intensity.
Yeah.
We would get into it too.
Yeah.
I mean, we're and that was before we were even drinking because you couldn't drink there.
Yeah, there's
So-
not really. There's drinking at the VFW,
Yeah.
but I go to there's a club in Rhode Island that's like an actual club. It's above a post office, and there's like 6 tables in a giant room, and
Wow.
it's like a league night, and you play like everyone there. There's no drinking there, obviously, but
Huh.
Yeah.
And is that the tournament that you signed up for and you did pretty well in the tournament, right?
yeah, that was at that club. Yeah, I did pretty decent. I think I placed 3rd in that tournament.
See, that's
Wow.
and you're playing against
Yeah, and then I went to
Iroba.
another tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 weeks ago and got absolutely annihilated. So it's literally like you never know who you're gonna
right,
be
right.
against.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
wild. But that's cool. It's good for you to get out and socialize.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that's cool to have a good hobby and that stress relief and get out there. I remember playing table tennis.
You-
I didn't know
Well,
ping
no,
pong was offensive.
So, well,
is
I
there a
guess-
difference in
Yeah,
rules?
yeah, yeah. So
Oh, there
ping,
is.
ping
Oh.
pong is like probably what you did, like basement player, just like no spin, nothing like crazy. You're just hitting it back
No,
and
we
forth,
put
right?
spin on it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, that
So
was
maybe
definitely
you
a
play
thing.
table tennis.
I always serve with spin. I would never just
Okay.
knock it over the net.
All right.
That was like a thing.
Maybe we'll play sometime, and we'll see if you play table tennis or ping pong.
Yeah, 15 years ago. We'll see how.
It's like riding a bike.
But I
man. You don't lose it.
definitely I can remember my serve. It would be overhand with like a little twist.
Okay. All right, wow.
That was the thing. Yeah, I didn't realize that ping pong is
There's a
literally just like you just hit it back and
Yeah,
forth.
it's just like what normal people do recreationally. I would say is
Oh.
ping pong. Table tennis is like the sport.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Forrest
So if
Gump
there's
was a
anyone out
pro.
there that wants to play table tennis,
at the VFW and playing.
well, not just there, but if you're good at table tennis and want to play, we're always looking for people.
Yeah. Do you guys want to shout out your websites, your phone numbers for photography and stuff like that for the people? You just said you're always trying to get clients.
Yeah, but
That's something we're working on the website right now. It's like under construction. So
Okay.
like, that'll be up
Yeah.
pretty soon. A new website will be up pretty soon, but StoneLight.Productions on Instagram.
Nice. And I did tag your Facebook StoneLight
Awesome.
Yeah,
Productions.
great.
Thank you.
So on the video, so you can definitely. Is there a number on there, like for people?
It's my
calling?
number.
It's probably his number. Yeah, I'm not good with the whole phone thing.
Yeah, I guess. How do you have? Is it like one or the other does the first consult with people, or does it like
Depends what it is. He's usually weddings. I'm usually like event stuff.
real
We,
estate
we each have our own real estate agents as well.
Yeah.
So
that you work with? Okay.
Right.
so
and
you
if
kinda-
like I'm not available, he'll do it. If he's not available, I'll do
Yeah.
it for him.
Yeah, that's huge in owning your own business. That's another big plus is having someone that you know and trust to cover.
That way it
when
doesn't
you
leave
need
the
it.
business because if
Yeah.
you go somewhere else, then they might
They
end up
might
sticking.
stay there. No one's loyal.
Yeah,
Especially yeah. in the
I'm
United States.
trying.
No one is loyal.
How do you guys keep up with the technology? Is it always changing? I mean, nowadays it feels like it's every day there's something.
Yeah,
New.
especially with AI. AI is like.
Yeah.
Are you worried
crazy
about
right
that?
now.
I mean, does that concern you at all? Like,
I don't think it's ever going to capture emotion, and especially for like weddings. I mean, unless people are like, "Here's my photos, like make my wedding day out of it." Like, I'm not worried about that, but
Yeah. The editing process has definitely been affected by it.
it's easier for some things too. Like the
Yeah.
features that you have in the editing programs actually enhanced by AI. It makes our
Yeah.
job a lot easier in some ways. So
There's also AI programs that will like take your real estate photos and edit them instead of like sending it to an editor. So
Okay.
like that could be like it's just going to get better, right?
Yeah.
So that's
still making our job easier. It's not going to take our job. I don't
No.
think.
Right, because you still got to be at the house with a camera or some sort of.
No, right. But the editing process, like I said, has definitely changed.
Mm.
Definitely changed a lot.
And you have a drone license, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you do the drones
Yep.
for real estate. Do you guys see that there's a lot of drone? I know for fire and ice and events like that, you do drone work.
I think we do
It's a pretty
drone work for everything.
Everything.
Weddings, real estate. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a whole different perspective on every.
Yeah, I
everything.
always do it for
Yeah.
everything.
So there's a license. I never even thought of this. A license.
Yeah.
It's actually it's a part of an actual pilot's license.
Mm.
Really?
7.
In Part 107, it's called
Unmanned. What is it called? UAV.
Yeah.
Unmanned vehicle.
unmanned.
Something.
Wow.
Unmanned
And
aviary vehicle. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's UAV,
Yeah. it
and
is.
you gotta have a license for that, and it's registered with the
FTA.
FFA or
DFA.
FFA.
wow.
Yeah, and like they have like call before you fly, right? And
Yeah.
that.
Well.
if you're near a
Yeah.
airport
yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever,
I mean, the
but-
drones nowadays you can't even take off if you're in like a restriction zone. If
Yeah.
you were near an airport, you wouldn't even be able to.
Wow, the
lift off
drone
the
knows
ground.
that.
Yeah. There's a
Oh.
map on there on your screen
Yeah.
too, so you can see where you are if you're in like any illegal airspace or anything.
Huh.
But-
I wonder if they just shut that down where, like, around certain bases and they need more room or whatever. They just like,
Oh, they
What if-
can change it.
what if they
yeah.
could move that
yeah.
Oh,
just in real time
They can do
to
whatever
do with
they
it?
want.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Military.
I only say that because I remember I had one down closer to the before I worked with you
Mhm.
years ago. And she was like, "Oh, there's an airport right there." I'm like, "Yeah, we're near the sub base in Groton."
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I did one for Justin Mandisi in Warwick, probably.
Yeah, a lot of the ones in
Mm.
Warwick you can't
It
even
was
take off.
literally you could almost see the airport from where it was,
wow.
and I was like, I didn't even realize where we were going. He's like, "Can you do drone?" And I was like, "Probably not."
Oh, so there's not even like a tempered thing, like
I think I
Where it
could.
would
I
be-
think I could lift it. Can you still fly it like 30 feet or something like that, or you
Sometimes
just
if
can't
I'm,
take
if
off
I'm
at
in
all?
the like a restriction zone, you can't even take off at all.
Yeah.
I would've-
There is like a wedding cake, upside down wedding cake, like tiers to like airspace.
Yeah.
but
yeah.
It depends. Sometimes they won't even let you fly at all.
Yeah, I remember that because I had a woman that needed like a CMA on her house, comparative market analysis, because the Danielson Airport was expanding
Oh.
that wedding tier, and it was technically going to take away from value of the house, and they ended up not expanding it to the point where it was over hers, but it was that close to the Danielson
Yeah.
Airport that they were like contemplating it, and they were like that they were gonna. I guess they gave some of the houses some money
Yeah, I was gonna say they
back.
gave him money.
They give them value back on the house because they're basically taking your airspace from
Airspace,
you.
yeah. Just in case you want to do anything with your airspace.
Well, hey, I'm all about property ownership, and
Yeah,
if you
right,
own property, you should own all the way up and all the way down.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
with the bundle of rights, that's another podcast.
that's for another podcast.
Well, man, I really thank you guys for coming out, sharing your world with us. That's really cool. You know, must be pretty heartwarming when you get some of these brides and grooms and
Oh,
stuff. I know it's like when I have my clients see your pictures and the reels and stuff, man, they love it.
That's awesome.
So it's really cool what you guys do.
Yeah.
And you know, if there's anybody else out there that wants to play table tennis or you need a photographer or
Gotta put that in
cinematographer. Thanks everybody for watching. The Community Workbench family is promoting their Be the One campaign. It was started by the American Legion in efforts to stop veteran suicide. If you know a veteran, call them. Be the one to check in on them. Also, for any of your first responders, call them too. They see it all. We see them through it. That's the motto of the Quiet Corner Peer Support Group. They are on Facebook, and they have a lot of information to help eradicate PTSD. Join us again Monday night at 6, January 19th, when we interview comedians Jeff Wade and Corey Albert. Very excited for that because later that week I will be in the Comedy for a Cause up at the Bradley Putnam
Can't wait.
Bradley thing, and Nate's recording it. So
Cannot.
yeah, so it'll be my first try at stand-up comedy, and that starts at 7:30 next Friday. We'll talk more about it next Monday on the 19th. As always, buy local, hire local, dine local, volunteer local, donate local, have a local photographer take some pictures of your life. Have great days.